Forgot to show you folks, there's an aeroplane outside the hotel. I'm not sure why. Anyway, I'm very excited because today we're going to go to the cardboard factory, and this is the bit of the production process that I'm most worried about. I'm worried about the quality of the cardboard generally, and I'm also worried about whether the designs for the robot parts are actually manufacturable by die cutting.
I think we're close. We can get off and
yeah, I mean, we might be here, we might not be here. So it seems we are in the right place. This is it, and the lady's going to come down and meet us. So these are dies. This is the die workshop, and this is the bit I'm most worried about. So over here is the laser cutter. They're making the cut that the metal blades go into. I guess that's the bending machine. So they're bending them with CNC and then they get inserted into the wood here.
not the main production.
So they're doing the sampling with the bending machine. It's really cool. It's like a giant version of my little silhouette cameo. It must have like a blunt tool that it uses to do the creases. So we have one. Smartibot, Smartibot. Wow, it looks great. This isn't the way that they'll be done in production. This is how they do the sample. In production, they'll do the die. We're talking about cardboard colour. The samples are a bit yellow, but this was the cardstock they used.
Paper maybe?
But it seems that they can use this one. So I've just made this colour test. They're gonna print it now onto some of the cardstock that we're gonna use in order to check different options for the colours so that we can choose one. So I think we've sorted everything out. Hopefully.
A thumbs up?
You confident?
Yes.
This is Ting. She's been negotiating.
Bargain.
Yeah, we haven't actually done the bargaining yet, right?
Yeah,
this is
haven't yet, but
we've been doing engineering.
yeah, engineering, which is fun. Would be more fun if we can see the cool part. Yeah, so far so good. We're going to go for a tour.
And now we're going to go for a factory tour, which is great. This is the printing with UV Curon, so only part of the box is shiny, part of it's matte, and this is how it starts off, all matte. The machine's supposed to put the plastic windows into these boxes, but it's not, so he's fixing it. I'm on the litho machine, look at the colours. So many dyes. So it's kind of sharp, but it's not super sharp. So it's gone 5, so people aren't working here anymore. But this is where they do assembly. And here is a room full of the bits that you don't need from the packaging. I thought this was going to be A4, but they've done it really big. But cool, really good. So we've got our original samples on the yellowy card. We've got our new colour chart on the card that we're going to use. And now I get to pick the colour for each robot. Chosen. So the nice lady from the cardboard factory is taking us for dinner. In a super local restaurant next to the factory. It's so legit. It has maggots on the menu, which hopefully we're not having. I mean, I'm up for cultural experiences, but not that up for it really. Okay, so I'm quite relieved because I really like that place. The people were really nice and really switched on, and I really liked the factory. It was kind of big enough that they had all the machines and the quality was good, but it was small enough that you know, they're paying attention to what they're doing. I was really happy with the kind of vibe, and they did a really good job answering our questions, and actually the samples are pretty good. I mean, the box sample I think is perfect basically, and I'm really happy with this, and so happy to sign it off. Template samples, the quality is great, but then that's not that representative because they made it on the Zend machine, and the color isn't right. Like the color of the cardstock on this side is different from the cardstock on this side, and also the prints, the colors didn't come out well, but we've sorted both of those things out. We're going to get another set of samples that hopefully will arrive before I leave. Tiny puppy.
The video?
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
So we're getting dim sum in this really grand hotel. So the waiter says I look like Einstein and Yannick looks like Steve Jobs. So yeah, I guess a lot of people in England think that all Chinese people look the same, and people in China think all Western people look the same.
3 points.
Winning. Also, chicken feet.
Don't judge me, don't judge me.
So it's our last day all working together here in the office in China, and I wanted to tell you about some of the other things we've been sampling while we've been here. The motors. These motors are great. The only problem with them has been that the wires have tended to break off sometimes when people are building their own robots with them. If you don't have a soldering iron, it will be really annoying. So we were looking for a way to kind of solve that, and we discovered that if you put some heat shrink on the end of the motor like this, then it becomes really strong, and the wires aren't going to pull off, even if you give them quite a good tug. Still attached. We're going to get the motor factory to put heat shrink on like this. We've also been looking at marbles, beautiful samples of lots of different coloured marbles. The best kind of fit for the kind of colours we're using is these opaque blue ones, so which are actually quite a nice shade. Also had some fun with elastic bands. I wanted to make sure that we didn't use natural rubber bands because they tend to degrade over time, so if you haven't played with your robot for a while, then you don't want to like stretch the elastic band to attach your phone and it breaks. We found a supplier that makes synthetic ones, and they make some really lovely. The kit's going to come with some rubber bands of this size, and we've changed the wheel so there's a slight recess so that you can, if you want, attach one of these elastic bands like this. Fits really nicely. And then your robot has a nice sort of rubber tyre which creates really good traction on smooth surfaces. Oh yeah, the other thing is we want to give you a spanner to help do up the nuts. We got some of these ones which look really cool, very like Formula 1 pit crew, but unfortunately some of the nuts you need to get to to make the robot you can't get to with this. I tried building some and I couldn't, so we're going to get this one, which doesn't look quite as cool, but it's actually very nice quality, and it's much more convenient for doing up the nuts. So I hope you guys like that. Okay, so this is the moment of truth. These are the new samples from the cardboard factory with, I believe, a die-cut unicorn. So I think they've actually made a die and they've cut a unicorn with all the small fiddly holes. We're going to see what it's like, and there's going to be hopefully an updated box in here as well. So I'm super excited. I'm really nervous because if this isn't right, then well, we're going to have to do another set of samples when I'm not here, and it's going to be really inconvenient. Dun dun dun. Looking very nice. We'll have to see what it's like when I build it. Okay. And here is the unicorn. Is this really die cut? I guess it is, because this one is a AI bot, and this is cut on the vibrating knife prototyping machine that we saw before. And we can see that the lines they're not really very depressed into the cardboard, whereas this one has been made with the die, and you can see where the die has pushed into the cardboard. So what's super cool is the holes are all made, and amazingly, the thing I was most worried about, this little slot for the unicorn's horn, they've done perfectly. It looks great. As do this little slot here to accommodate the pins on the circuit board. So this looks amazing. Well done, Cardboard Factory. You guys killed it. But I'm so relieved. So we're actually going to be able to do all of our robots die cut really, really nice. What a relief. So good. We're not going to have to mess around with lasers. Awesome. It looks great. It looks really nice. Look. I'm really, really excited about sending these out to you. I hope you will like them. But it's been a super interesting process, and I've had a really good time here. And it's been really fun working with Yannick and with Ting, and it's been great, all the people that we've met. And hopefully I won't have to come back, because now everything's sort of under control. But if it's not, I'll be back here, I guess, in a month. But yeah, I think, we're going to place all the orders next week, and hopefully stuff's going to get made in October. Okay, I'm out of here.